Today's gonna be a great day. You know why? Because we're working on Blasphemi. She's about to get more front suspension travel, a bigger throttle body, bigger headers, and we're gonna find out how heavy is this car really? Let's go.
All right, I'm excited. We're gonna go test Blasphemi again. Before we do that, we are going to swap out throttle bodies. Here is a old school Hilborn injector. You can see how big it is, right? The size. This one here is another Hilborn, but this throttle body is way huger. So we're gonna give this a shot. I gotta get throttle position sensor moved over, a couple other things, and then put it on the car. Yeah, my problem is now this whole arm is taller.
That's okay. Take the arm off. Put arm on it. Oh, you mean it's up higher?
Yeah, I could put a shorter arm on it. We have shorter ones.
We could rotate it.
Oh, we have.
You could flip it down on the opposite side.
Try to pull it around.
Yeah, like you could rotate it back that way and then grab it here.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't work very well on aluminum.
There's a will, there's a way, there's motivational quotations and speeches and.
What's best, the middle?
Yeah.
Or the end? Middle?
Go to just the middle one. We'll have to reset TPS on this.
Yes.
Dude, I think this thing's gonna.
It's so much bigger.
I already know this helps. Like, the drivability I hear is horrible because the openings are so big. But on the dyno, that other billet one picked up like 20 horsepower. So this is gonna.
I thought it was more than that, but yeah.
The big thing is the boost will stay flat. It won't nosedive during the run.
What am I missing? It's not going to pull that way.
Won't pull that way. All right, take this back off. Or loosen this back up.
We have a shorter arm.
Let's see. Yeah, let's put the shorter arm on.
Here, let me.
I could also make a new bracket that re-angles this.
Go give it, see if you can get full throttle. Yeah, we get full throttle.
It's like something. Is that full throttle?
No.
Oh, see, now it's going over center. Watch. Look up front. And now it's hung open.
It's hung open?
Yeah, because it's over center. We need to re-angle this thing.
Oh, you know what it's doing? Yeah, it's hanging up on this little heim right here.
Let me tell you a little story about this 1970 Datsun 510. This is one of few things I've ever won successfully at an auction. Then I picked it up at the beach, drove it to the top of a mountain to go snowboarding, broke my leg, made it all the way back home with only one fire. I'll just pause and let that hang there. That's right, this car did catch on fire. However, if you're a fan of Finnegan's Garage, you saw Joe and I fix this, and since then, we've made sure all the lights work, front and back. Yeah, and sure, it has carpet from a hardware store, but it is not hacked up. It's been lowered on coilovers, has Minolite wheels, 5-speed swap, it's got an L18 under the hood instead of the stock L16. This thing turns and burns, and it could be yours if you go to fsmgarage.com right now and find details on how to enter a contest for this car, for 2 wire care wiring kits, and 6 autograph FSM hats. Whew, that was a mouthful. Let's keep going though. If you buy a sticker pack, that's 1 entry into this deal, right? Buy a shirt or a hat, 3 entries. If you buy a hoodie just in time to sweat your nuts off this summer, that is 6 entries into this contest. And again, there's also details there where you don't have to spend anything and still get entered to win this car. good luck. Back to the show. All right, so changing the throttle body. We got a bigger one, we got a taller one. Our old linkage is not gonna work, so we just did some drafting, some CAD design. We didn't even use cardboard this time, I know. Just straight to aluminum from our domes, because we're that confident. So these bolt holes will be for the supercharger, and these will be for the throttle cable bracket. We'll cut it out on the bandsaw, church it up a little bit, bolt it on, and see if it runs.
Are we gonna dimple dye it?
I don't even own dimple dies. By the time I realized how cool dimple dies were, they were played out, and so I was like, I'm not gonna buy those at this point.
All I remember is how much crap you used to get because of the scoop tray made out of dimple dies. You had the off-road scoop tray on a boat.
Off-road stuff's cool, man. But everybody's got it, so
It holds up.
I'm not even gonna bother with it. That scoop tray will live on long after we're gone from this planet.
I wonder what planet it's on right now.
That scoop tray can go to space, and Lord knows I tried for nitrogen to send it there. Hey, did that old bracket? Yeah. Did that old bracket have like a half moon for the blower on it? Gotta church it up on the belt sander, put some holes in it, we're back in business. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about safety. In fact, I believe there is a ratio between safety and beverages that works and will keep you alive. Don't quote me on this, don't do this at home. But I feel like you can have a beer while working if you balance this with one piece of safety gear, like glasses. So, I was cutting on the saw, had my glasses to protect my eyes, I can have a beer. I can't have 7 beers. But a beer plus safety glasses means I'm okay. Don't do that at home.
Got our holes drilled. Clean up the backside, clean this burr off.
All right, here's our new bracket. This is gonna work. That's gonna go there. And this is gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. We'll have to flip-flop these arms, these levers, for the main shaft of the throttle body, but I think this is going to work. And that's right, powered by Frosty Cold Beverages, we made our own throttle linkage mount. In short order, I might add. That didn't take very long. And this throttle body is much bigger than the shorty one that we had on there. Drivability will be interesting, but this will absolutely make more power because we've proven on the chassis dyno that the small throttle body chokes the inlet so much that during a dyno pull, it'll start the pull at like 16 pounds of boost, but it'll drop down to like 14 and a half by the end of the pull at higher RPM. It's like squeezing a straw. It's harder to suck through the straw when you squeeze it. So this big one will make the car running better at the drag strip. On the street, you might want to plug one of these holes or something. Yeah, it might be a little bit much.
What's that?
Oh, I'm just talking to myself out here. All right, ready? Got a nut for this? The birds chirping. Must be a storm coming.
Hey, give her a test.
Oh yeah, it's smooth.
Like butter?
So much happier. Very smooth, and it goes wide open. It's so soft now that it could use that other spring.
Want to check now that I put 2 springs on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Better? Okay. We'll leave them.
All right. The throttle is great. I like it. I don't know if it's going to hang open under boost. I don't know if it's going to...
Just fine.
I don't know if it's going to be like an on and off switch. I don't know any of these things. But right now, here, without it running, it's perfect.
Okay, don't do that anymore. Just roll it out.
This is a new EV powered Blasphemi. Good morning.
Good morning.
How them plugs looking? Oh, no wonder it didn't want to run.
A little unhappy. This is the direct result of having pump gas in the street tank, but having the race tune in the ECU and moving the car around the garage and the warehouse multiple times. So it's putting way more fuel in it than it needed to on pump gas. And today is going to be super fun because we were in Mooresville, North Carolina, and putting spark plugs in the car because we don't want to push the car into Customs by Biggin. We want to drive it in there because she's a little heavy. She got heavy recently. It's been a couple of years since we've successfully completed a drag and drive. It's been a long time since this car has been a legit street car again, so we're working towards that. Today's goal is to get it in there, get it on the lift, scale it, get it aligned, make sure everything's good to go. I got a good feeling. We're surrounding ourselves with people who are really good at this. Because if you guys remember, this is where we came to have the anti-roll bar put on this thing. This is where we came to have the rear end narrowed. Eric Yost, aka Biggin, and TJ and all the guys that work here have done a bunch of work to this car over the years. And every time they have, it has gotten better. So we have high hopes that when it leaves here today, it's even better than it is now. And his dad makes killer jerky, so there's that. Although he is obsessed with me crapping myself after eating the jerky he makes. He keeps telling me things like, "This is gonna burn your butthole, Mike." And I'm like, "Hey man, quit talking about my butthole." I'll eat the jerky though. Good morning.
Well, good morning.
How you doing?
Oh man,
How we doing?
I'm having automotive. Let's see. Remember talking about like the drag and drive hangover? That's how I feel about yesterday.
I don't know why I was so wore out just by having fun.
Yeah, I know.
No,
That's the truth.
never.
That's what I told him at
Never
breakfast this
admit
morning. I
that.
said, my body feels like it's tired.
Yeah. I told my wife, I was like, I feel like I went to the gym. and got sunburned.
You got no benefit from it.
I got back here and I jumped in. I was like, I gotta go get chapstick right now. I drove to the Walmart at 10 o'clock and headed by chapstick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the hotel, showered, used both washcloths. They were both orange. Then when I got out of the shower, I thought I was clean, you know? I towel dried.
Nope.
Towel was orange. Yeah. I've been blowing orange dirt boogers still since yesterday. But it was the most fun I've had driving any car in a long time. Like you said, screw drag racing. What are we doing?
It was so fun. Like, it was just non-stop.
So I had this is the realization
Next.
that I had when I was talking to my wife explaining how much fun this was.
Right.
I said, it felt like I was 16 years old again on a backcountry road with my best friend in our 91 Mazda Protege yanking the e-brake on a gravel road because we wanted to do that because we saw dudes like us. Well, like now guys like us, you know, watching these guys like, man, these guys are just thrashing a car. And I'm like, we're that person now. There's a 16-year-old kid that's going to watch this and watch us and everything we did yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're going to like, I'm going to go tear up my mom's Mazda Protege tonight.
Yeah. And when, to be honest, it's way more fun in a rear-wheel drive car, but front-wheel drive, if it has an e-brake. Like when I totaled my first car, I ended up in my mom's 86 Buick Skylark, which was a front-wheel drive, just a heap of crap, but it had an e-brake. And that car was good at two things, sliding around gravel, and the rear suspension was so wore out in the high school parking lot, if you mashed the gas and grabbed the brake, and then released it and got on the brakes, you could make the back of the car hop off the ground.
That's Houston car culture right there.
So,
you had a slab.
I would fit right in. So if you're just joining us and you don't remember, I've made a lot of headers for this car over the years, and they have graduated from 2 1/8 to 2.5 primary tubes. We're now down to 2 1/4 primary tubes, which we have run with 3.5-inch collectors, 4.5-inch collectors. We have settled on a 4-inch collector. We just put these on at home, but they're pointed straight back at the rear tires, which we don't want. We want them to kind of go out to the side. But because this car, when it goes down the street, has side pipes, we need to shorten this collector so that we can later on connect the side pipes to it when we're driving around the street, but also so we can fit a bullhorn to stick out the side and aim the exhaust away from the car. So heaven forbid we ever toast the motor and liquid comes out of these headers. We don't want it aimed at the rear tires when we're going fast. So what we're about to do is try to avoid taking the header back off the car, because there's a lot involved in that. There's EGT sensors, steering shaft going through the other header. There's a bunch of things, you know, O2 sensors plugged in. We're gonna try to cut the collector on the car and then weld a V-band to it on the car and then fit a bullhorn real quick. And I think by the time we're done with that, Biggin ought to be here and we'll get to the process of scaling the car and making sure the suspension is good to go. So I think Joe has a nifty tool for cutting it on the car, or maybe TJ does.
If you can find it.
Something involving a chain. There's a chain. Wrong chain.
It's got little round rollers, a sharp edge.
It's like
it around.
tubing cutter?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Works great. It'll cut right through that. It's stainless, it's soft.
Well, while you guys are doing that, then I will cut the 90s and get ready to fit a V-band to them. How cheesy do you want to be, Joe? Because this one came off something else, and it's already got half a V-band on it.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't want a full 90. Just kind of, it doesn't look as cool if it just comes straight out the side, you know? Like it should be. Calf cutters?
Just out of eyesight, but perfect shin height.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like a trailer hitch.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't have any 45s. 45 would be perfect, but we have a 90, so if we cut a 90 in the middle, that makes it a 45.
We should have over here. There should be a bunch of spare bin.
If you have 45s, I'll trade you.
I know we do in the building. We're gonna have to do
I will gladly trade you Tuesday for 45 today. Don't mess up. You can't mess this up.
Really?
All right, well, maybe you can.
I got a camera going
clean
right
it
there
up,
too.
yeah. You do the same thing over here, just manage fine.
Yeah.
Eyeball. Get in that. What's the other engine?
We can stand that down.
Want to see the scariest grinder ever?
That's a meat shredder.
Yeah.
That's not a grinder. That is a legit meat shredder.
This thing will send parts across the shop.
Can we hold it again or no?
Yeah. Do it for me and for me. There we go. Yep.
That was super weird right now. This impact was not like being on this table while you're welding.
Oh, wow.
As soon as you arc it, the flashlight turned on. Look at the little, this LED light's on now. I'll move it.
Okay.
That was interesting.
Is that on real time?
Yes.
Sweet.
I've never seen that.
You know what? Maybe move the final brake clean off the table too. I know we're not big welding, but you know, just in case. I need you to tell me this looks good, Riri. You cool with it? Yeah?
Riri judges my welds on a constantly.
You can't eat this. All right. How heavy?
I want biscuits today.
It used to be. Okay, hold on. Let's take some guesses. It used to be. With me in the car, it was 3180 before, but now it has a steel trunk, a dry sump system that's heavier, a bunch of other stuff. I bet this thing is 31 by itself.
I'm gonna go
What do you think?
30. How much do you weigh?
195?
Oh, you want a whip driver?
Well, let's go without driver first.
We said it was 31.
With me in it before, it was like 3175. But that was before we put a steel trunk on it and a dry sump and
I'll say 2965.
2965. What do you say, sir?
3005.
3005, 2965,
You in it, right?
3180 with me in it.
Oh,
I'm 195.
I retract my previous statement. 3020.
All right, 3020. You said what?
3005.
3005.
I
TJ?
was gonna go an even 3,000, but that's too close to. Well, I'll go with it. Even 3,000.
$1.
Do math.
Yeah, $1.
I think it's 3,100 pounds. All right. Okay, let's go.
I was gonna lean on it, but I'm the low number, so that doesn't help me.
Oh gosh, you got way heavier.
150. Oh my lord.
3158.
Wow.
Car's heavy now.
Joe wins.
I wonder why it's so slow. It's heavy.
15-gallon dress up thing.
Wow.
Could be. Oh yeah, the tank is full.
Yeah.
There's that.
So you're probably what, 3 gallons ish?
Both tank. There's 6 gallons of race fuel and 16 of pumped gas.
How much oil wise though? How much? What's
It's
oil
like
look
10 quarts.
10, that's not a smaller thing.
920 on the left front, 816 on the right front, 647 on the left rear, 774 on the right rear. Wow.
It's not horrible because once you get in it, that's gonna.
You got some preload. You want me to get in? Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, the steering wheel was sitting on the right side too, so.
Oh, that threw everything.
That changes everything.
Do you have your gear and helmet? Are you going that deep?
Nah. Hey, Mike. You know that wounded foot has hurt you more than anything else. Left front is now 1,025.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
so what does it weigh now?
3360.
3360. What was it before? 31.
3150.
3156, I think.
210 pounds added in there. I told you.
Imagine how much lighter it would be if you didn't eat a whole pizza last minute.
All right, left front 987. Right front 843. Left rear 740. Right rear 790. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not too far off.
Well, we're like 150 pounds off from left to right in the front, but the rear we're literally 40 to 50 pounds off.
So you're 54 and a half on the nose.
Okay.
Oh, percentage?
Yep. Yeah, so down here will show. Just nose.
I thought it would be way more on the nose than
I kind of do too.
It's all aluminum.
that. Still, it's a blower.
Yeah.
And then you can go
Blowers are
and
dumb.
see what-
They're so cool though.
So dumb.
Little update on Blasphemi here. We are currently working on the front suspension. The issues we were having with the way it was set up previously was we had about 2 inches of drop out on the front shock. So I think what we're gonna do is put a longer shackle here, remove the 1-inch spacer underneath, and hope that we can utilize the rest of the shock and get it to droop out a little bit more and maybe transfer some weight. And that's where we are with Blasphemi right now.
extended shackles are done. Relocated shock mounts, so the shocks aren't binding anymore. We should have more wheel travel and a smoother suspension with a similar ride height. Let's find out, shall we? Ready to go down, sir?
Watch how smoothly it moves now. Oh, like butter.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. I like the stance.
Yeah, she definitely knows up now.
21 1/4. What did I say that was?
21 1/4?
21.
Up a quarter.
Looking good.
Yeah, it definitely looks higher.
Whoa, car is filthy. All right, everybody, we're back home. Car is basically ready to track test, although we got rained out. Couldn't make it happen in Mooresville, so we'll try to find a spot to test here soon. Want to remind you guys, thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't done it already, go to fsmgarage.com right now and find out, can you take this thing home? Wouldn't you like a Datsun 510 in your driveway? Dude, super fun car. I wish you luck. I hope it's yours, and I'll see you soon right here on Finnegan's Garage. Later.